Let's get armor off on all of our units over here. Keep shooting at them. How are we doing here? Slowly but surely. How are we doing here? How are we doing here? Very good. Get in on them. Here's the important thing. Let's go ahead and get a blast off on them if we can. Character's doing a lot of heavy lifting here. This got really scuffy really fast. Alright, so welcome back to the campaign. At this point, with 4 different campaigns going on and more than 20 episodes in most of them, and so at this point probably well over, I guess over 100 hours probably of total campaign time, I'm going to assume that most people who are watching at this point already know more or less what the channel is about and what the campaign is about. If you need a refresher as to the theme of this particular campaign, the Thorek campaign, please do check out the first episode where I go through all the mods we're using and why and what we're hoping to accomplish here. So anyway, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I'm assuming that at this point most of the viewers probably skip over using the timestamps anyway, the introduction, so there's probably no reason for me to continue to add them into each video. So just a really quick recap on what we need to do. We fought some battles against Settra. We have finally turned the tides of the war, and I'm feeling pretty good about it, with the lone exception being that we could stand to rest for a little bit to get some replenishment. But in any case, there's no rest for the weary. We have more fighting that we're going to do at the beginning of this episode, including fighting both of these armies of Settra right here. And then, assuming we win that, hopefully we'll get to the point where we can free up some troops to come over here and help take care of the beastmen who are unfortunately raiding us over here, and we do not have an army strong enough over here to do much about it. I could potentially pull this army back over into here, do some recruiting, get some better units into that army, because he can't really recruit good units from where he's at right now. But at this point, I think I've got plenty of strong armies. I just need to get one of them over there. And speaking of armies, let me just clear out all of the messages that we've got here. Speaking of armies, we did use our allegiance with Krokgar to borrow one of his armies, and we're going to use this very heavily in an attack against... I didn't even realize. I guess I did put him in ambush stance. Anyway, we're going to use him heavily in this attack against Settra's 2 armies right there. The other thing that we want to do is we want to get Håkonhalf here into the fight as well, which basically means he's unfortunately going to have to be in march stance. But I think if we get Thorek to attack right here, Thorek's army is a little bit dinged up, but with the character units that we've got in there, I feel pretty good about this fight, even though he is going to be able to bring in some Screaming Skull catapults, some pretty good monstrous units, including this Sphinx of Usekif. I don't know how to say that exactly, but you know what I mean. And of course, both of these armies have some solid tomb guards, so it's not going to be a super easy fight, but I do feel like we should be in pretty good shape to win it. Now, I do want to get this guy into position to help out first. Definitely want him in the fight. Now we're going to move Håkonhalf. Again, march stance, we're going to get him into the fight. Okay, can I always struggle to aim on the campaign map. Feels like the mouse pointer is in an area where I ought to be able to move to, but it keeps telling me that I couldn't. Okay. And now we can attack with Thorek. Let me just make sure we don't have any ranks. Yeah, we don't have any ranks to apply before this battle. Okay. All right, well, this is going to be a big one. I mean, we've had really, quite frankly, very big ones every every episode, it seems like, for as far back as I can remember, really almost since the war with Settra began. Been basically one massive battle after another, which has been awesome. I hope people have been enjoying it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy into Kimry. He should get a little bit of extra replenishment out of that. That'll be good. And now back to the matter at hand. We need Thorek to get on in here. Okay. Let's hope I didn't miscalculate. Close victory. Very interesting. That surprises me a little bit. With 3 of our attacking armies, it's still... Now, I could do AI control here. And I'm somewhat tempted to. Because I think with AI control... I wish I knew the answer to this, because this could be a sort of a dire mistake if I'm wrong about it. But I think if I do AI control here... Nah, probably not. I'm probably wrong. This is not calling this an allied army. This is actually just straight up one of our armies. Okay. I was going to say maybe I could get both of our armies in addition to the allied army, but since he's not really considered an allied army, that's probably not going to work. All right, so what do we have here? We got expert charge defense for a assigned non-character unit. Rune of Stoicism, which is unbreakable. Let's go ahead and give this to one of our Longbeards. I think maybe we'll give it to this guy right there. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the map here really quickly. Okay. Going to be a pretty ordinary sand map, it looks like. And 255 for him, so this army's going to come in first. I could always maybe retreat out some of the most badly weakened units and get them replaced with some of those lizards. We'll have to see how the battle's going at that point. Now, my attacking force does not have artillery. And his initial force does not have artillery, but those... I think those are like Ushabti Great Bow units. I think their range is really good, if memory serves. And they got some chariots and some faster units that we got to be careful about them outflanking us. So we're going to have our second army coming in from over here. So this is the third one over here. So let's go ahead and get Thorek's army here. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a wide line there for the front line. And then I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a checkerboard. If I can. There we go. Looks like, oh, I see the problem. Alright, let's go ahead and move all you forward a little bit so I can go ahead and get him back. Good enough. Good enough for now. And then back to you guys. And Thorek, Master Engineer, Thane. Let's actually get Thorek over here. And yeah, let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's go ahead and move forward a bit. Let's walk so that we don't burn through our vigor. His reinforcement. Oh, I forgot about my my giant slayers. That's a definite mistake to forget about them. They're kind of important. Okay, now we could actually conceivably get a good shot in on them with the Zufbar 42 pounders once they stop moving, except that we can't get close enough to get the camera over there very well. Okay, so here come our reinforcements. I think You guys... Yeah, I'm going to get some of you guys off the map. Anybody who's less than half strength, I think we want you to go ahead and withdraw. And we're going to get you replaced by some full-strength lizards. What are the lizards anyway? We got Saurus spears and red-crested skinks, okay. Alright, you guys here, I don't actually want you all going all the way over there. Now you guys here, so again, you can withdraw. And looks like everybody else is at least half strength.
Taking aim. Move now.
Okay, so let's get you here.
Nothing can stop us.
And you here. Gyrocopters, you guys can stop for the time being. You guys, we want all of you over here. Actually, I'm going to send the gyrocopter a bit closer so that we can maybe fire our Zufbar 42 pounders. Okay, so we have a little bit more quarreling to do over here. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys as the extreme left flank, but I'm going to kind of consolidate your ranks a little bit there. Okay, and you are slowly making your way over, and then this flank is going to be all of our lizards. What do we have? Master Engineer, let's get you over here in with the Corlers. You are a Rune Lord. And then you are a Rune Smith. Let's get you kind of over like this. Alright, now let's take a look here. What can we do with our Zufbar 42 pounders? If we can hit some Tomb Guard or something, that would be good. They are still moving though, that's less than ideal. Looks like I'm going to have a pretty decent chance to hit multiple units right there. Did some damage to it looks like 4 different units. Get another one off eventually. Let's go ahead and get you guys over here. And they're not going to come towards us, I don't think. Although, no, we never did get an artillery unit. Do we not have one coming in? We don't. We just have another gyrocopter. That's it for that army. And then you guys, we've got more lizards coming in from you guys. Okay, back to here. We got pretty much everything. Let's get all of the dwarves into position.
What?
Meaning not you, but including you. Let's get everybody kind of up like this.
As you like.
You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you in the formation that you're in. That's fine. I care a lot less about what happens to those units over there. Let's go ahead and, for now, I'm actually going to lock my entire army in this formation. Oh, nope. Excluding him. Let's get you out of the group.
I'll do it.
Oh, you weren't in the group anyway. Okay, never mind. Everybody on one here. Locked. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Okay, speed up. We get another chance for our Zufbar 42 pounder here. I can't really tell for sure if they are waiting for... Yeah, they're waiting for us. Okay. All right, stop. Or I shouldn't say stop, but no need for fast forward. You get forward a little bit, and let's go ahead and find a good spot here for... Looks like that ought to do some pretty good damage there. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm too worried that I would forget about using it later in the battle, so... You are archers. I don't want to get closer to you. You are archers. I don't want to get closer to those guys for sure with my gyrocopters. Everybody else here, how are we doing? Speed up again. Alright, the Ushabti with great bows looks like they can shoot to almost the top of the ridge line here. And where exactly are they? I can't tell which one. Unfortunately, and I can't get real close with the camera. That Sphinx is definitely a concern. Yeah, I don't see them. Oh well. Well, I'm sure we'll find them at some point. All right, let's go ahead and keep our guys. Oh, they're still moving. Speed up. Keep in formation. I think what I may do, actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to try to get the army. Let me who is that all the way up in front? When I select everybody, looks like it's giving me one unit way up in front, and I don't know why. There we go, that's better. Don't know what I did wrong previously. Okay, so if I move you guys like this, it'll do. It'll do for now. And then what I want to do, first of all, I want to get... What on earth is... Sometimes I don't understand what this game is doing. Okay. I don't want you at the... all the way up there. I do want Thorek to be up here. He's not going to be. Let me add him this way. Thorek, where are you? Thorek, can I please get you up here somewhere? No, I don't know how to do it. I give up sometimes on this game. Okay, let's get Thorek moving up front. He can hold out for a long time, and the Thane as well. In fact, I'm going to do Thorek and the Thane here. Oh dear, there's the... I'm going to do you guys on two. And we're now getting hit by the Screaming Skull catapults, which is not ideal. Where's my my Giant Slayers? Get my Giant Slayers over here. Alright, let's go ahead and start getting... This is not at all working out the way that I anticipated with my Quarrelers here. You four guys... Let's get you all shooting at those Necropolis Knights. You guys just move forward in formation. Like so. Should be able to start shooting at them. You're getting kind of dinged up already. That's okay. Let's get the Thane moving. And Thorek, where are you here? Thorek. Oh, that is Thorek. Where's my... Oh no, this is Thorek. Okay. Thorek, we want you... Charge in here. Did their units disappear? Okay, you guys right here, you're going to be my 3 now. And except for you, I want you, and not for you, and not you. Let's just get you guys moving in. Just start moving in. I don't really care if we lose these units. We do want our Giant Slayers, however, to be used against their larger units. Let's get our gyrocopter moving over this way. You guys just form your line. Okay, we do definitely... Okay, we need to get you back. You've taken some serious damage, so have you. And so have you, okay. A lot of our quarrelers taking some bad damage now. Let's get you around. Gyrocopter now, let's get you around behind. Okay, what do we got going on here? Let's hit them with an explodey. Thorek, where are you? Okay, actually, we want Thorek. Never mind, I want Thorek here on the... Here we go. This is good. We'll get this on him. Take out that Sphinx. I want all of our quarrelers shooting at the Sphinx now. Okay, Gyrocopter, you get in on them. Where's my Giant Slayers? Giant Slayers, you get in on them. Okay, how's my front line holding up here? Get in on there. Okay, you get in on them. You guys kind of help out here. All right, so this is Thorek. Let's go ahead and get a let's get a nice explosion in on that Tomb Guard. Okay, you guys get down here on them. Try to take out those guys. Man, they I was having too much trouble controlling my units, and it's really caused a problem now with the formation getting completely disrupted. But at least we got into their catapults. There's their Ushabti down there. Alright, you get to work on him. You can... Let's give damage resistance here to them. Okay, we're having some problems back here. Stay on them. How are we doing up here? Okay, you Slayers have got one of their catapult units down. That's pretty good. Okay, Thorek, get damage resistance on yourself, I suppose. You guys... You've got them pretty much on the run, it looks like. A couple of you keep shooting at them. Let's get a magic missile if we can on them over there. How are we doing with our runesmith here? Let we get an explosion. No, let's get a let's get armor off on all of our units over here. Keep shooting at them. How are we doing here? Slowly but surely. How are we doing here? How are we doing here? Very good. Get in on them. Here's the important thing. Let's go ahead and get a blast off on them if we can.
Get them! Let's settle some grudges.
Character's doing a lot of heavy lifting here. This got really scuffy really fast, but you guys can now turn around and help fire over here.
Slay the Oathbreakers.
Let's get, it looks like our, despite how scuffy this has been, it looks like we're still in pretty good shape here. I can do a great big blast here. That'll be nice. Thorek, what about you?
Oath and steel.
That's going to be a nice blast. Okay, you guys get back. You guys over here. You guys fire at them, please. Okay, you need some help for sure. We need to give you a damage resistance. Let's get you firing down there as well. Okay. You're in pretty bad shape too, but most of the enemies at this point are destroyed. Looks like it looks like they're all pretty much about ready to disintegrate. Yeah, they're all disintegrating. Okay. That was really, really poorly fought by me. But it's pretty much the upper boundary of how many... Well, you know what it was, it was the formation that I was trying to hold. I ended up having a hard time getting them to move in formation, but that's on me. Instead of trying to do it all as one great big formation, I should have made it several smaller ones that were a little bit easier to maneuver. Badly, badly in need of replenishment now. Okay. But we didn't lose any units. That's the important thing. We did get the lizards awfully dinged up, which is actually part of what I wanted to have happen. Got some good money. Unless I want to do the Gorog, I think I'm going to take the money and the Oath Gold.
You're no use to me.
And at this point, Settra's in pretty bad shape, right? They're no longer in a position where they can just keep getting multiple armies wiped out every turn and turn around and replenish them within a couple of turns and keep attacking us over and over again. They're no longer in a situation where they can do that. They are now... Where did I... right there they are. Okay, so they're now actually a little bit weaker than we are. It says 13, but don't believe that. Look at the green versus the red. They're not in great shape compared to what they were before. Now you... Let me go ahead and leave you in March stance. Thorek, I'm going to put you back into March stance, but I unfortunately cannot get you back into the city. But what I can do is get you out of the area where you're going to suffer attrition. That's important. This army... We're going to move you... Where? Where's a good place to move you? Let's move you this way. As far as I'm concerned, that army is expendable, so I want to use them. While I still have them, I want to use them to supplement an attack somewhere else. It looks like we might be able to get out of the... Yeah, good. Okay, perfect. Not much in the way of replenishment, but it's better than attrition, that's for sure.
Lost glories reclaimed.
How are we doing over here? We need Rune of Hearth and Home, I guess. Let's go ahead and do all of our skill ups here. So we got a Master Engineer. Let's give him Requisition, increased ammunition, always useful. Plus you get one more.
We honor the ancestors.
I think we'll give you... I think I'll give you missile resistance, okay. Gottry the Runesmith, you are level 33. You've already got wound maxed out. You've got specialist maxed out.
Glory for Karakazul.
You've got pretty much everything up here that I would want. We're not fighting greenskins. Let's go ahead and give you hardened armor. Maybe there'll be a reason for us to use that at some point. Thorek is now up to level 41. He's got pretty much everything that we want to give him. So might as well keep working. Let's do lightning strike. It's not nearly as good as it was in Warhammer 2, but it's still of some value. Okay, you're level 35, Mr. Thane. You've got assassinated specialist already. We'll probably be fighting greenskins at some point, so I'm going to want to take that at some point. I could give them Indomitable, but leadership is really just not much of an issue with the dwarfs. I think maybe I will... I'll go ahead and give him Resolute. And then my Master Engineer. One more level and he is Immortal. That would be nice. Let's bear Essentials. Reduces our armor but increases our speed and gives us Stalk. Gonna go with hand-loaded instead for now. Do we have... any runes that I would want to give you? I don't see any reason not to give him a Rune of Fear. For some reason I can't. Don't know why. Huh. It's weird. I thought all the characters could carry 3 runes. Alright, so Thorek, you're... I mean, we won a major battle there, but man, did we take a lot of casualties. We're once again looking at needing to lick our wounds before we can mount another offensive. But that's okay, because we still have other armies like Tecton here who might be able to march on New Moss, supported by these lizards maybe, starting next turn. And we've definitely bought some more time for us to continue building up our settlements, which is always very important. So let's go back through here and determine what we want to spend our almost 10,000 gold on. This is a lower priority province for me. Wait a minute, just want to make sure I do have... Yes, I do have the garrison building built here now, so feeling much better in case of an attack by Clan Moors up there. You are fine. You can be defended with just that very small army. Let me make sure that my public order situation is under control here. It looks like it is. We do need to start clearing off some grudges, however. Let's get some grudges off the books very soon. Karak Zorn, you're already building the buildings that I want, so that's very good. Okay, so back to Kasabar. You are many turns away from being able to go up another tier. However, I could do this, increasing casualty replenishment rate here, and growth. I think that's going to be worth it. And here, Springs of Eternal Life. Same thing. If I get you up to 3, I can then get this up higher as well, and that will give us more casualty replenishment here as well. It's just going to take a long time. Going to take a long time, but the important thing, and unfortunately Kimmery, this is all unpleasant climate, which is not great, but Kimmery at least is going to allow us to build tier 5 buildings, which is very, very good. Garrison is got a little bit more need for replenishment, but it will then eventually be pretty strong. I think it's time to maybe check our diplomacy out. And
You require assistance?
Tekla still doesn't like us all that much, but at least they're trading with us.
Open the liber mortis. What?
Wisdom
You know what?
Aye.
Thorgrim here. I'm a little surprised he doesn't even want a non-aggression pact with us. We're not that far away from it, I guess. But who's he at war with? Rictus and Moore. Interesting. So Tretch and Queek. Well, he seems to be doing okay. Can I see how strong they are? Oh yeah, he's definitely doing okay compared to the two of them. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep an eye on these beast men here, but otherwise I think we're in pretty stable condition in our own territories here. 36 minutes in and we're finally getting a an end turn in. Oh great, now we have the ogres to worry about. Forgot about them. And of course there's Settra's next army, because why not? I do find it fascinating what goes on down here in the little Antarctica area of the world. Looks like Teclis is doing okay down there. Crockguard, now what are you going to do? Looks like you're not exactly sure what you want to do. You're not exactly advancing on the enemy. He's got 5 armies if you include the one that I borrowed from him. If they just knew how to consolidate, and when I say they, I specifically mean Krotkar, because Settra knew how to do it. How to consolidate their armies and use them in a coordinated attack. They could really make an aggressive push. Okay, so Kimri's got a hero unit here, a Tomb Prince, which assaulted units against somebody. Now what's he doing there? We don't know how strong that army is because we can't see the units. Okay, Shadowgore Warherd, yeah, you're still annoying me. You're moving closer, though. Okay, we got a Lord that's ready for duty. Oh, he's got 2. He's got 2 armies here. That's not great. Alright, well, that's problematic now. I still think we ought to be able to hold off fairly well with the garrison plus this, but I wasn't counting on them having 2 armies up there.
Unbending.
Okay, Thorek. Let's see. You're getting 1 dwarf per turn here. This is increased. This is a casualty of 1.5%. This down here is casualty replenishment of 4%. I'm going to actually move Thorek all the way down here. Now he's getting 5 per turn. That's certainly better. I know people have asked me, why don't I just consolidate these? For a couple of reasons. I hate to lose the ranks, which happens, you know, when you replace these veteran units with brand new ones that you just recruit. They're going to be of a much lower rank. Secondly, I don't have the ability to recruit quarrelers in any of these regions or these provinces, so I have to do it globally, which is way more expensive. And we haven't had, I mean, we got decent income, but it's not like we don't have plenty of other things to be spending our money on. So it may not be the wisest strategy. It may be suboptimal, but that at least is my reasoning for not doing it. And there may be times where I do it out of desperation, but I don't feel like this is one of those times. Now, he's got Nehikara warriors, skeleton spearmen. This army does not scare me. He does have a Kimrian war sphinx, and however you pronounce the hero titan, I guess. Yeah, it's decent, but those 2 units alone and a level 2 lord are not enough to scare me.
What?
Here in Kimri, I do wish I had... I guess they... I don't know if they're cumulative or not. If I had done a granary here in Kimri, would that have been additive in terms of the additional casualty replenishment rate? I kind of figure probably not, but I don't really know the answer to that for sure. I think I just want to leave them in here for another turn to keep replenishing. Halkenhoff, you in here to replenish. And you... Oh, wait a minute. Where did I get... Oh, he assaulted... Oh, he didn't attack our army. He did assault units against Krokgar's army. That's interesting. Okay. That suits me fine. All right, then, so this army right here, I'm going to move him. He's already built the garrison building in New Moss. He's got the garrison building here. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move him. We're going to move him up here. We'll keep him within reinforcement range of the city garrison. And then maybe Tecton plus Hibiscus here would be able to move on Numas next turn. We'll try that out. Don't think Kimri needs too much in the way of extra support, although we could always raise Halkenhoff from Springs of Eternal Life up here to Kimri to help defend it if it looks like that should be necessary. So that then brings us back to these guys over here. Let's go ahead and put you in this stance. We can recruit some warriors over here. I guess we should. Now that we know we're dealing with 2 armies over here. Is there any reason to recruit in? We go ahead and actually do a Regiment of Renown here and get a Slayer unit as well. Just in case he thinks of attacking this turn, it's 1 additional unit for this turn. Okay, meanwhile, we still have okay income. In terms of settlement upgrades here, so we could get... If I do this, I could get this up to Quarrelers, but don't know if that's the best use for my money just yet. Down there, there's nothing to do. You're already building, you're already building. You guys, Labaris here, I do want to get the garrison building built there, so I don't want to use up that slot. You already have, and you both already have the economic buildings. I'm going to leave those slots open for now, because I don't know what to put in them, and I haven't decided for sure if I definitely do or definitely don't want to put the garrisons into those settlements. I probably don't need them, but I haven't really decided for sure, particularly if we're going to go to war with Krokgar at some point. Okay, so we are now back to here. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this. Garrison Lord not moved. Yes, we know. Building upgrade available. Yes, we know. Diplomacy. Thorek has, I'm sorry, not Thorek, Thorgrim has dropped a little bit, looks like. Have the Skaven improved? Not really, okay.
Yes.
My,
Defender.
it is.
Alright, well, time to keep an eye on those beastmen and on whatever Settra's one army over here decides to do. And also these ogres. Got to worry about Scrag now as well. And Scrag is level 28. That's probably a pretty strong army. Let's take a look here at his strength. His faction strength. Scrag, you're doing okay. You're at war with us, Ansgar, Brand, and Krokkar. Well, we'll find out what he decides to do as well. At this point, we're in pretty good shape from a defensive perspective anyway.
Consider it
All three of our border regions here are fairly well defended, so I'm not too panicky about that. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Find out what happens. Here he comes. Might be a good idea to send a hero over there to find out how strong that army is. Alright, Krokkar, what are you going to do? Nothing with that army. That army is going to take 3 steps forward. That army is going to take 5 steps back. That one's going to do the same thing, 5 steps away from being of any value whatsoever, and you are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Okay. So, in other words, pretty typical Krokkar strategy. Okay, still can't see the Skaven now. Settra, as long as you keep doing your hero actions against Krokkar, I'm fine with it. Alright, that one was against us. I do not approve of that. And this one is against us as well. And that army. Oh, there's another army over there now, okay. Wunderbar. Alright. Wish I had a little bit more visibility as to what was going on down there. I bet you it's pretty interesting, whatever it is. Okay, you are hidden encampment stance. Okay, that's a single unit army, so I'm not really too worried about them. Mother Ostankia got the Sword of Cain. That's interesting. Okay, the Rite of Awakening there. Okay, so we got population surplus. We got hinder replenishment. That is not good. At least he did it to the army that I'm least concerned about replenishment on. But yeah, that's definitely not what we want, is to have our replenishment hindered. That army right there does not, at first glance, appear very formidable. We already know that army is a little stronger, but also not terribly formidable. Down here, we've got Thorek replenishing.
Can I help you?
We got Hawkenhalf replenishing. At this point, I'm kind of tempted to put all of the units that most desperately need replenishment into one army and hold that army back, and then all of the units that are less desperate for replenishment can go ahead and move forward in an offensive. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So what that really means is
You want something done right?
I'm gonna move Thorek up here He can reach.
Hammer and anvil.
And, okay, so Thorek's army, we're going to give him the runesmith. He can keep this, and these longbeards, those longbeards need to go. These quarrelers all need to go. These quarrelers that are above half can transfer over. Oh boy, okay, so we actually, I can get a gyrocopter down there. I can get a couple warriors down there, 3 warriors down there, 4 warriors down there. Okay. And so now, with the exception of this one quarreler unit who's at 39, I'm sorry, at 37, let's flip-flop these two. Okay. So we've got all of the strongest units in Thorek's army. And we've got all of the ones most desperately in need of replenishment in Halkenhalf's army here. Now Thorek, I'm going to move you out just for this one turn. Thorek, I'm going to move you in just for the additional replenishment for one turn. This one turn, you're going to get decent replenishment, and then after that, starting next turn, I'm going to use you as an offensive army. I'm going to move you down into Kasabar, where you are going to get slightly better replenishment. Yep, you're getting slightly better replenishment down here. So this army is going to be kind of out of the action for a few turns, but that's okay. It'll be very strong once it replenishes after a few turns. Now I've lost a lot of the advantage of Thorek that Thorek provides to quarrelers, but it's okay in the short term. Just long term, we want to get a lot more quarrelers into this army. Up here, Tekton, you're fine. You got a couple of units that really need replenishment, but for the most part, you're still plenty strong. Definitely capable of fighting off either Scrag or that army of Settra. Although Scrag's army here, yeah, you could fight that off. He's got Gorgers. He's tough, but he's not that tough. We can handle him. Alright, and then down here, we can't see the other army, but we don't want to fall for the mistake of coming out and trying to attack that right there, because we'll get ambushed. But at least we know that we're doing fine over here right now. And starting next turn, we could even recruit in some quarrelers if we need to. We're one turn away from getting these. That'll be nice. You're doing fine down here, except for public order. Public order is a bit of an issue. Public order here is doing just fine. Oh, Khemri. Gosh darn it, Khemri. You got to be kidding me. 4,545 to repair. That's absurd. Okay, well, it is what it is. That reminds me. Do you have Assassinate? No, you do not. Who's got Assassinate? You do. Can you get up there? Can you reach him? 3%. What's the chance of succeeding? 76%. Definitely worth 703. If it succeeds, and it did succeed. Excellent. What about you? You're level 8. We should be able to succeed against you as well. But we probably don't have a... Yeah, we don't have enough movement. Oh, yeah, we do have enough movement. Okay. This is... hello? Wounds, 97%. Hates Tomb Kings. Very good. Okay. There we go. I'm liking that. 2 successful assassinations by us in the same turn. That might be a new record for me.
As good as done.
Okay, now the rest of our money, I think we're going to save it up because I don't think we have a good use for it. I'm not repairing Kimry right now. We're taking a small public order hit because of it, but we got so many armies in our settlements there, I'm not worried about public order. Here, you guys, nothing priority, nothing priority, nothing to do, and nothing priority. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and do... Oh, that's right, I have this guy right here. Let's put you into... this stance.
This is forbidden.
If they were to attack that with just that one army, I think they would be able to win it fairly easily, so we're not going to move him out as bait. Okay. Damaged building, yes we know. Okay, let's go and check diplomacy out. We're coming up here on an hour.
Who seeks me? You.
To war. The more.
Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and end it here. Last end turn for this episode. He's in March stance, so he's vulnerable. Ooh, he's got another army up here. That's not great. At least he's not raiding us. Okay, Krokgar. Are you going to do anything productive, Krokgar? No. Of course you aren't. Maybe he's actually advancing on... was it Qatar? Is that the name of the settlement over there? That would be okay. If he wants to take that, that'd be fine with me. Nothing from Clan Moors. Here we go. Settra. Okay, that's fine as long as that is against Krokgar. I don't care. Wow, there's another army. Oh, in fact, that's Settra himself. How does he do it? How does he get armies built that quickly? I mean, I know that they don't have to keep paying for the units every time they recruit them, but I guess maybe they use a lot of global recruitment, but I mean, they can't recruit 10 units every turn in every settlement. Sometimes it seems like they can. Okay, the other one is still hidden. Alright, that's good. Some reduced upkeep for Longbeards. The raiding is going on. Got some buildings constructed, so that's all good. That army right there is very weak. That does not intimidate me at all, except for the Lord himself. Maybe that character. We don't know what that hunter level is. That army doesn't worry me. Scrag doesn't... He's stronger, but he doesn't particularly worry me. That army doesn't worry me. Settra. Yeah. Settra, you do not scare me, buddy. You do not oh, excuse me. You do not scare me. Alright, so...
If you want something done right...
Could we reach him to attack? We cannot with Thorek. Could we...
What do you want?
With this guy, we might be able to. We could indeed. We could attack with Halkenhoff and Thorek combined. If we did, it would mean abandoning Springs of Eternal Life, but he can't reach it in one turn. So it really seems likely that that's what we're going to do at the beginning of the next episode, is we will attack here with these two armies. We'll let Thorek's army obviously do the heavy lifting. And really the only reason I'm including this army is because Thorek's army can't reach on his own. So this army will actually make the attack, but other than that, just kind of sit back and let Thorek's army come in and do all of the damage. So that's one half of the plan. The other half of the plan is whatever we're going to do up here. We got a lot of enemy armies up here, but we probably need to stay defensive for the time being. All right, well, anyway, we are going to figure all of that out at the beginning of the next episode. This is all that we have time for in this one. I still feel like the momentum has swung in our favor, but it's still going to be a bit of a slog before we can completely finish off Settra. It does look like Kroq-Gar is going to move here on Qatar, so that's good, at least. Hopefully he can actually follow through on that. All right, well, anyway, still going to take a little while. I just want to see how close we are here. I'm sure we're not very close on our victory conditions. In fact, never mind. We have to get all the artifact pieces. We still need 4 more reforged artifacts and then 15 more settlements. So we're still quite far away from even a short campaign victory, but we'll get there in time. And meanwhile, the campaign, at least for me, has continued to feel quite exciting, quite intense, and quite fun. So hopefully others feel that way as well. In any case, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.